In the month of May, the people of the United States have set aside a day to remember and honor people who have sacrificed their lives as they fought to preserve freedom for this country and for others. We call it simply Memorial Day. It's a national holiday, and so a lot of people don't work on that day. People place flags at the national cemeteries on the graves of those who have fallen serving this country and fighting for the freedom that we enjoy in this country. Speeches are made, remembering the noble people who sacrificed their lives for this country. And it's been a somber day in the history of this country as people remembered that freedom is never free, that people paid a price for our freedom, and they remember those who fell. Now, as of late, it's maybe not so somber because today people seem to be shopping the Memorial Day sales. They're looking forward to a day at the beach, or maybe certainly having a group of people over for a Memorial Day cookout. But the heart of it was remembering that people paid the ultimate price for our freedom here. The church doesn't have a specific day set aside as a Memorial Day, thinking about people who went before us, but there certainly have been people who died for the sake of God and His mission. And it's good for us to remember those people. It gives us courage to go on. It gives us insight into what is really involved in living for God and living His mission. Hebrews 11 is an amazing chapter because it remembers a lot of people who lived by faith, people who sacrificed and gave their lives. Hebrews 11 mentions people like Abel and Noah, Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, the mother of Moses, who by faith put her child into the water, Moses himself and Rahab. These are just a few. There are many whose names are lost to us we never knew about. But Hebrews 11:32 goes on to say, "What more shall I say? I do not have time to tell about Gideon and Barak and Samson and Jephthah, about David and Samuel and the prophets, who through faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, and gained what was promised, who shut the mouths of lions, who quenched the fury of the flames and escaped the edge of the sword, whose weakness was turned to strength, and who became powerful in battle and routed foreign armies. Women received back their dead, raised to life again. There were others who were tortured, refusing to be released so they might gain an even better resurrection. Some faced jeers and flogging and even chains and imprisonment. They were put to death by stoning. They were sawed in two. They were killed by the sword. They went about in sheepskins and goatskins, destitute, persecuted, mistreated. The world was not worthy of them. They wandered in deserts and mountains, living in caves and in holes in the ground. You see, there have been so many people who've gone on before us, people who laid the foundations for us, people who fought for their faith and gave their lives for it. And as we remember those people, it gives us courage to live in this world today. Today we have the Bible. It's all around us, and it's translated in many languages, so many people can read it. But do you know that people were actually killed because they dared to translate the Bible into the common, ordinary language? But people did that for the sake of the kingdom. In the United States today, we enjoy freedom and protection to worship God as we choose, only because people sacrificed their lives to make that a reality. Today, people all around the world will die today because of their faith in Christ. I have personal friends in other parts of the world who've undergone imprisonment and beatings and suffering and torture and threats simply because they confessed their faith in Jesus Christ. There are people that we can look up to, people we can remember, people we can honor. This Memorial Day, as we remember those who have given their lives for the sake of this country, let's also remember those who've given their lives in the mission of God to do what He wants in this world. Noble people sacrificed their lives so God's name would be honored. Consider your life. Consider your life. What do you do to honor God and his mission? Here's what the Hebrew writer said just in the next chapter, chapter 12. He said, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, all these people who have gone on before us, let us throw off all the things that hinder us and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and he sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. So consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. We're part of something big here. It's been going on and people have sacrificed for it. What do we sacrifice today? And how do we gain courage from those people who went before us? Let's remember them and think of them as we think of our soldiers who gave their lives for this country. Thank you.